So, with the orc now with a...
Orc? It's an orc?
So the goblin now, with an arrow through his mouth and out the back of his head, slumps down by the trumpet. You start to feel the ground beneath you shake as a large group of goblins comes running up the tunnel in the distance. And at this point, you only see 9, but from as much as everything is moving, you're guessing there's a lot more movement coming from somewhere else. You do now see 9 goblins, about 100 feet away. You still got some time.
Can I see them?
No.
Damn it.
What do you do?
We should probably have some sort of a, not be standing out in the middle of a field kind of situation.
Don't we want to? So they run and hit your tripwire?
Yeah, but that stays. But I mean, us.
Yeah, we're the bait.
What you should do is stand on either side of the door, and as each goblin falls, just chop their head
Yeah.
off. And one
Would
by
it be
one.
easier just to hold the
was
sword out
kinda
of
thinking.
view, but where they would fall onto it?
Can you quick do another tripwire of neck level?
That's actually a good question. Is there enough ledge there or room there to get people as they come out?
Could you stand on either side of me? Yeah, you could
Yeah.
definitely do that. I mean, you could do one on each side, and the third person would definitely be in view. Or too far
How
away.
wide is the entrance?
Enough room that you go 2 by 2, so about 10 feet.
Okay.
And sorry.
No, I just have something I want to do before we split up. So, continue.
I just was gonna ask as they come out of I'm trying to get the sense of, so there's the opening, there's room on either side to stand. How much gap is there before the cliff falls off?
You guys are at the bottom of said cliff.
Okay.
You're looking up towards
So they
it.
would essentially have to jump out or trip out to get down to us.
No. The door's at the same level you are, and then the mountain goes up.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry, my apologies.
Okay, so it's on the ground. Okay, gotcha.
So we're going to trip them and then we're going to bonk them.
Yeah.
Okay. I think good old Fliminald will just kind of squeeze really quick and kind of hold himself really tight and be like, "Oh, Bernard, I tried. I did. I really tried. Please help. Please help." And he will cast Emboldening Bond, which I will read because I've never heard of it before this. As an action, you choose up to 2 willing creatures within 30 feet of you. These 2 willing creatures, hopefully. So you choose 2 willing creatures within 30 feet of you, creating a magical bond among them for 10 minutes or until you use this feature again. While any bonded creature is within 30 feet of another, once per turn, they can roll a d4 and add it to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh, nice.
So every turn
That's pretty cool.
is
A
nice.
1d4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to kind of follow them.
All right.
You gonna
Okay.
follow the blind guy?
Maybe not a great idea, but
Probably not.
that's where we're at.
You
I will,
wanna guide me?
Okay.
All right. Hold on. And I calm FJ. FJ, sit down. And I help guide him to the floor.
FJ?
Fleming Jr.
I like that you put that out there knowing someone would ask.
I will also start to sing bardic inspiration. So everyone, you guys will get, as long as you're within 60 feet, will get an extra 1d6 for 10 minutes to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Nice.
And you can see the roll and not know the outcome and add it after you roll. You don't
Okay.
have to say it before.
Cool. And I think that is the only reason that I will be able to fight at all during this fight. I feel inspired.
FJ stands up and runs over to Flimgall's bag and just starts emptying it, taking everything out and throwing it onto the blanket.
Well, it smells like his family, so.
Oh, he takes after you, I see. Oh, whatever, FJ. It's already ruined. Don't bother.
Do you have an extra melee weapon by any chance? Anybody?
I have the.
I hand you a tray.
Because I have a dagger, and that's not super
There's
exciting.
some scimitars laying on the ground from the goblins.
Yeah, could I grab one of those?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's see here.
I'm just watching what FJ's doing.
FJ finishes emptying the bag and then picks it up and runs towards Arkin, and then starts to climb up you, much like a
Nice.
monkey
Master
climbs a
Blaster
tree.
style. He's gonna be my eyes.
Nope. He takes the bag and he puts it over your head, leaving you in complete darkness. And then he shakes your head a couple times and removes the bag, and you can see.
FJ, I thought you were useless like your namesake, but you're not.
Hey, hold on now. I restored some of your health.
Oh, you did? And I pat you on the head. And I pat FJ on the head, too, but I give him a smile.
This particular form of blindness needed the user to be engulfed in darkness before the blindness would go away.
Interesting.
Perfect.
Smart little goblin you got there. This is why we negotiate. We should not underestimate the other races.
But you smacked him in the face with a plate.
Well, to be fair, I was a little panicked.
FJ stands behind Arkin, but sticks his head out and sticks his tongue out at you.
Well, that's just rude. Uncalled for. Would you like me to apologize? I don't think we have time for this now.
He stares at you blankly because he still has no idea what anybody's saying.
One other thing I'll throw out there in case, because I know that you can't see.
No, I can see now. I just got it back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was adding my weapon.
That's okay.
If you guys want to stand on either side, I can go further out and use my bow.
Whatever
As
you want
people
to
are
do.
coming out. Let's do that.
It's whatever you would normally do.
Can I go a little bit further out and get behind a tree?
Definitely.
I will do that.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll just to see how well hidden you are. Not the most hidden.
11.
All right. You feel...
Remember, you have your
The bow.
once a turn.
Oh, yeah.
If this counts as a turn.
12.
All right.
That was just enough, actually.
11 was immediate death. 12, unlimited gold.
You are the tree.
You hide it in place, and let's go with a dexterity roll as the first goblin heads out the door and backflips over the line with his 19.
What, he turns around and
Yeah,
does a backflip?
yep. 100%.
Because
No.
he was warning them as he does the backflip.
He was like, hey guys, there's this here. He does a backflip over it in front handspring and then lands and draws his scimitar.
And he plucks a beautiful note on the string.
Yeah, boing.
I tried.
The second goblin says, what did you say? As he hits the cord and face plants into the ground, which
That's okay.
causes a stalling of movement behind him.
That's what I was hoping for.
There you go.
That makes more sense.
Let's just continue with the initiative rolls we had before, since this is technically the same round of combat, and that makes it Flimgall's turn.
Oh, man. He feels really bad about this, but I'm going to guess he's closer to the one that fell down because it's convenient for me.
Yeah.
And he's just going to take his mace and he's just going to bonk it on the head.
All right.
Not necessarily trying to kill, but if it does kill him, it might not be
Great.
so bad.
Roll with advantage because he's prone.
16 to hit.
All right. That's a hit. Roll damage.
I think it's just 3. Yeah, 3.
All right. With your mighty mace, you are able to inflict the same amount of damage as you did with a tray, and you break the goblin's nose in the same exact pattern. And FJ is like, wait a minute. That takes us to Maggie.
Okay. The one who backflipped, I guess, out.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not digging that. He's not falling for my shit, so he's gonna go down. What is that? That looks like a big number.
That's
Is that 18?
That's an 18.
Plus 5.
That'll it.
Okay. That is a 6. Plus 3, 9, 14.
All right. Your bolt slams into his thigh, and this goblin who really the thing he prized most about life was his immense dexterity, trips over and falls, and he looks down at his leg, realizing he will never run and jump again, and then pulls his dagger and takes his own life.
Wow. Yeah. Good. You should have tripped over my wire, you jerk. Live and learn.
That's horrific. Oh my gosh.
A moment of silence. Okay, I'm over it.
Arkin.
FJ, I need you to stay safe. So then I take the tray that was bloodied and I wipe it on the blanket and I give it to him as a shield and I wrap the blanket around him and then I walk towards the goblins. Okay. Do the goblins that are coming out of the cave have weapons drawn?
Yes, they are all holding scimitars.
Okay, then I can actually have mine. Then I'll have my shield in the one hand and the warhammer in the other and walk towards them.
Wonderful.
Is
They're
there
still in the cave.
Yep. Then I'll hold my axe. I mean, I don't know if I can hold it.
Yeah, you can hold action.
Then I'll hold it until.
Okay. The next goblin goes to go through, and face plants in front of you. What would you like to do?
Oh, on the way down, I'm taking a swing like a baseball bat at this guy.
Oh, all right. Roll to hit.
13.
13. All right. Yep, that's correct.
1d8.
I was wrong. I'm sorry. You can only have the D4 to an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, not the damage roll.
Okay. So then I rolled a 6.
Going forward.
6
I
damage.
still would have.
Sorry?
6 damage.
6 damage. All right. You clock the goblin in the head. I'm sorry. What weapon are you using?
Warhammer.
Warhammer.
One-handed for this because I have a shield in the other.
And you just cave the head in, and he just kind of slumps to the ground on top of the body of the goblin in front of him. And at this point, the goblins inside kind of slow up because they're catching on to what's happening here, and they stop coming out. Neither Fliminald nor Arkin can quite see what they're doing from their point of view, but Thistlyn can, and you see that they're kind of huddled around the door and then now slowly backing up and trying to make like an arc in the doorway so that if somebody goes in, you're going to be surrounded on all ends.
Oh, they're going to tell me it's clear.
I can use cantrips at any time, or is it a reaction? Like, or when can I use my cantrips?
That one's an action. If that's what
This was an action.
Yeah, so that would be on your turn.
Okay. I'll wait.
I mean, I guess we're breaking.
It depends, yeah. If we're still in.
Yeah, no, we're still in combat, so that would take us over to Fliminald.
Is the one that I hit still just laying on the ground?
Yes.
Okay. I think he'll just be like, "Why are you making me do this?" And just hit him again.
Roll a hit.
That was a 2, wasn't it?
I can't see
completely
what we have the
screwed
worst
up.
colored dice
Yeah.
today where they're all the same.
I think that was a 2, but it slipped when I picked it up, so I apologize. We'll say it's a 2. So no.
All right, yep. So so 2 total with
4.
yep, you still whiff. You whiff and you hit the ground like an inch in front of the goblin's broken nose, and his eyes twinge in fear.
Now you intimidate and threaten him.
Oh, but I want him to be I want him to work with us.
We have one already. Do we need 2?
We need them all.
Okay. You want the horde?
Thistlyn?
I will use my cantrip message
Okay.
to message him
Okay.
and let him know what they're doing inside, so he knows what it looks like.
All right, Fliminald, you receive a message in your head.
Huh?
Bring!
Do you accept a collect call from Thistle?
From
Don't accept the
collect
call, just go with it.
Yes.
Thistle's in the cave, bye.
Exactly.
Oh,
They're changing formation in the cave.
Arkin, these are not terribly stupid goblins. We should not go in there just on our own.
I find all humanoids to be terrible. Nothing.
Okay.
All right. That takes us to Arkin's turn.
That's the only cave entrance or whatever it may be.
There is still the one goblin on the ground with the broken nose that's alive.
Me just like trying to hit it with a hammer.
I look back, I'm like, he's got it. I start to climb.
Up the mountain?
Yeah, to wherever the tripwire was. Or
No, that's right in front of the door. Is right in front of you.
We're standing to the side of the door, and the tripwire's right there in the door.
Oh, okay.
And they're inside the door.
Well, I mean,
waiting.
I have night vision, or I can shine the shield in, but I'd imagine I can figure out what's going on then.
Yeah, you can see it.
I look around, I'm like, oh, you are clever. Very nice. And then I take like 3 steps out, I'm like, dinner! And like clap the shield to see if it'll come out like a dog.
Okay. You know what? Give me a persuasion roll with disadvantage.
With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Persuasion? What do I have for persuasion?
A lot. You always put a lot into persuasion.
How'd you know? It was a +5, so that's a 10. Disadvantage is
That's a 2.
2, so 7. So no.
7? Yeah, no. One of them starts to step forward, and one of the other goblins stops, and so it's like, look at that.
That's it.
All right. That brings us to the goblin's turn, and they actually are just waiting. They're going to try to wait you out. That brings us back to Fliminald.
I mean, you know what I'm doing.
No,
I
we
don't want
I
to
literally
do
don't know what
this.
you're doing.
I like that I'm not giving this goblin any turns. He's just laying on the ground.
Yeah. That's a 2. That's a 4 again.
He's still in fear, not moving.
Very bad.
As his hammer just keeps slamming in front of him.
I think my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's
is his.
what's
That's what's happening.
I'm just hitting the
Yeah,
ground like,
yeah.
no, my blankets and the murdering.
That goblin's eyes are also closed. He's just huddled crying. Thistlyn, your turn.
How many feet is the cave entrance from where I am, approximately?
Well, you know what? I'm going to give this to you. How far back did you go to hide?
How far, like, is the tree? Like, basically my point is, can I get to the entrance of the cave and still shoot?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. Can I see in the cave to a certain extent with this lit shield?
Yeah. Oh, you can see fine right now. So
Okay.
if you want to just, you could take a shot into the cave from where you are. You
That's
don't
what
even
I
have
want
to
to do.
leave.
Perfect. Do I get that D4 with this?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
I need to start rolling over here so I can see. Let's see here. Is that a 9 or a 6? It does not say.
It's whatever you believe it is.
It's an 11 then. And then an
That is
11
the
plus.
worst. Wow.
Let's see.
They put too much money into
14.
it. Look. Fancy.
It really, it's the 9 and the 6 are next to each other, but there's no indication.
Yeah.
So it's always a 9.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it
That's what
would
you
be
get when you buy
whichever.
fancy dice.
Yeah.
There should be a triangle pattern.
Nope.
Oh.
I might
No,
get
because
a-
they're actually the same.
It is exactly the
Here,
same.
toss it.
No, we'll
No,
hand
I'm
it
not going
gently.
to toss that die.
Why? What is it?
Well, it's a like stone or something.
That's a 9. No, they're exactly the same.
Yeah. They're not even, like, one's not even upside down compared to the other.
I'm going to put a little dot on it when I get home.
This is your 6.
Yeah,
So
we're not going to know.
They're all on triangles. So where the flat part is the bottom. So that's the 6.
That's
That's
too hard
the
to
die.
eyeball.
Let's see.
My God, this is where you put your intelligence points in life?
Yes. All 20-sided dice are cut into triangles.
Oh, now I get it now.
It still seems the same to me. Okay, I'm just going to roll that. Anyway, 14. 14 to hit. Does that hit?
14 does hit, yes. Ben is trying to figure this out.
Well, no, I'm looking to see if it's the same on multiple
8.
dice.
Does not believe you at all.
No, I do. I'm just
8,
curious.
8 kills. Why don't you tell me what you think it looks like as this goblin dies?
So as I start, I run sort of quickly, but not super quickly because I don't want to look too aggressive because I don't think this is such an exciting fight. I get to the entrance of the cave. I pull my bow back. I let it go in. And you can just see enough light where there's one goblin just happens to be seeing it. It actually was the one who tried to walk out.
Oh, okay.
And the guy pulled him back. And it's probably close to when he pulled him back. The arrow goes and hits him right in the chest, and he falls over. And the guy looks at him, and he's like, "I tried to tell you."
Yeah, there was definitely like a awesome, and he was like, "Thanks, man. I would have died."
Womp womp.
Arkin.
Goblins, please come out, or we'll be forced to slaughter you. If you come out now, you may lay down your weapons and leave.
Unfortunately, they still don't speak common, so
I'll take that as a no. And then I throw my weapon into the, whatever that thing's called, the koal.
The YMCA.
Yeah, the YMCA.
go ahead and roll.
What does it say? What it even is?
It's like a 3-foot spear.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you did say that.
I read about it, but I still don't know how to pronounce
Why
it.
not just call it a short spear?
Yeah, we'll call it throwaway.
Throwaway McSpear? No.
Throwaway McSpear.
I like YMCA. I'll get behind that. Oh, I'm still getting used to this app. It is
Nice.
an 18 plus 3, no, plus 5. So yeah, I'd imagine a 23.
That'll
Makes
hit.
the joke. Sorry.
Yes.
Running gag. 7.
7. Yep. The spear goes through his chest again, and he drops to the ground. And at this point, the remaining goblins all look at each other, kind of, and then they turn and run because they can see if they leave, they die, and if they stay here, they die. So these goblins all start running back down towards where they came from.
Okay. What does Bardic Inspiration do again? I'm sorry.
It gives a 1d6 to like roll. I'll tell you which roll they are.
Okay.
1d6 blah.
It's a very specific stat.
Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Flimmy, good old Flimmy,
Flimster.
is gonna feel a rush of courage now that they're facing the other direction and not looking at him, and he's going to forget about wailing at this dude on the ground. He's going to step gingerly over the wire, and he's going to cast his Word of Radiance again.
Okay.
Trying to hit these guys in the back as they run away.
All right.
So they have to do Constitution saving throws. He holds up the holy tray as his divine symbol.
The Goblin Smasher tray.
Yes.
We'll get there.
All right, I just rolled for all of them. My
Yeah.
highest roll was 5.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How do you want to do damage?
Just roll. You're actually only supposed to roll once. Actually, I just found this
And that
out.
applies to all of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wow.
Well-
I'll take 6 damage.
All right. You watch as all of these goblins who are trying to run away, just as one, just collapse down face first into the dirt.
Dead or just knocked
Dead.
over?
Well done.
I feel instantly terrible about this.
You're growing.
Good job, murderer.
Oh no! I mean, I did try to get them to come join us for the ritual snacks. So if they refuse, that's their choice.
One of them, as he like shudders, takes out a portrait of his wife and son and clutches it. No, I'm kidding.
I retrieve my YMCA and I walk back to the blanket and I wipe it on the blanket as is tradition.
I pull out an expense list. New blankets. Slide it back into my pocket. I'm going to hear about this when I get back to the temple.
Did you have to put the tray on there too? Then?
Oh, yeah, it's already on there.
All right. You guys, I assume, head deeper into the caves.
Yeah.
I
What
let
format?
Shiny Shield go first.
I was gonna say what
I
order.
put the shield on my back so it just blinds you two as I walk forward with my night vision.
No, Arkin, put the shield in front, Arkin.
But I think it's only like a 10-foot vision where I can see like 50 feet with my night vision. So real sorry.
I'll dispel it. It's like, oh.
All right, you guys head down deeper into the cave. What order are you two in? I know Arkin's out front.
I'm in the back.
Probably, yeah. I'll take the middle
Yep,
one.
that makes sense.
It's okay. I'll guide you as well as you guided me.
I'll watch your back. Don't worry. It's fine.
And where's FJ? Is he coming or is he?
What is FJ doing?
I don't know.
FJ is coming, but he's like in the shadows way back. Like he's not like fourth in line.
He's like a golem kind of thing.
Yes,
like
he's
just
100% goleming you.
he's gonna see who wins at the end of the day.
100%.
I'm going to look back from time to time to make sure that he's still with us.
He's there. He's shaking a little bit, and he's kind of mumbling prayers as he walks.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
Contrition.
FJ. I didn't know we were talking about you
No,
first.
no.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Flimgall's trying to get FJ to switch
Yeah.
spots.
He went from trying to kill one goblin badly to killing like 7. So he's dealing with that.
All right. You guys head down, and actually, as you head a little deeper in, a series of torches are now lit along the wall, so you guys actually can
Oh, I
start
try to put him out because I'm screwing with my night vision.
messing with my night vision. So you head down the aisle, or the tunnel, and you start to enter this large opening, and it looks like what was once a large marketplace. You can kind of see like little wooden stalls that have been destroyed and like torn apart, and all the wares are missing and signs are destroyed. But this was clearly once a large marketplace for whatever used to live here. And you see a series of tunnels like going off in different directions. Most of them have actually been caved in, whether by accident, by nature, or by own purpose, you're not sure. There is a large hole to the north, and it looks like this one kind of got broken in. And the tunnels out that way appear to be like natural or crudely dug, whereas the one you're standing in looks like it was like finely crafted. And you're able to put together pretty quickly that that's probably how the goblins got in here in the first place, that is not part of the rest of this area. There are several different exits to this room. You see a tunnel to the east that is still open, a tunnel to the south that is still open, and a tunnel to the southeast that is still open.
Mini tunnels.
What would you like to do?
Smell them all.
Ooh, I like your style.
All right. What race are you again?
Human.
Are you human? Okay. As humans are wont to do, you head down and smell the tunnels.
Do you go on all fours and like really get down to the
It's
ground?
not that
or...
kind of game there.
No.
No.
It could be.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll.
It's the cursed number. It's definitely a 9. That's definitely a 9.
It's a 9.
It's definitely a 9.
9?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do your D4 for up to 10 minutes.
For up to 10
until
minutes.
He tells
oh, yeah.
us otherwise.
13.
All right.
That might be the difference.
From
Thank
the
you.
south and southeast,
I'm
you
used
don't pick up much of anything. But from the east, you pick up the smell of something cooking. But it doesn't smell great. It does not smell like something you would want to eat. But definitively, something cooking
Burned
in
flesh.
the... Yes, there's something being prepared in that direction.
I will communicate such to my fellow party members.
Can we pick up the smell now that she says it? Like we know what we're looking for?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that smell. We need to warn the chef. And I start going down that.
I mean, I was expecting that we'd find gnomes or whatever it is that was supposed to be here. So, I don't know. I'm at a loss. I'll follow you.
All right.
I'm gonna throw out one probably more logic. I'm pretty much. I only have one spell left, and
What are these spells
I
you all
just
speak of?
just throwing that out there. If we wanted to rest a little bit, but I know we also probably don't have a lot of time. Well, they died, so I don't know if they know.
Oh yeah, they
wanna
might have heard the
rest a little
first
bit.
one.
I'm my natural cowardice says we should get out of here as soon as possible, not sleep in here. So
Fair
I
enough.
think I would argue against
Just
that.
throwing that out there. All right. My crossbow's been okay. All right, we shall proceed on. So, do we want to go down the cooking?
I'm following you.
Until someone tries to stop me, otherwise I'm gonna go marching down the cooking tunnel.
All right.
All right. You guys head down the tunnel, and you enter what is quite clearly at one point was a large, very well used and kept kitchen. It is now being filled by a series of goblins who are kind of behind in the kitchen area, kind of behind the counter, whereas you guys are kind of in more of the servers area. And you see just every now and then one of the goblins' heads pop up above the counter and duck back down, and they're screaming at each other, and things are getting thrown back and forth. And finally, one of them pops up and turns its head towards you and goes,
I yell back in Primordial.
Yeah, do I get any of that with deep speech?
Go ahead and give me a roll.
This has worked so well. Oh God, no, that's a 7.
Nope, you have no idea what's going on.
Yep. I thought I knew this tongue better than I do. I have no idea what he just said, but he's not attacking us.
How long have you had your tongue?
So Thistlyn, what do you think we should do?
Well, it kind of seems like a whack-a-mole opportunity here.
How many?
Like,
How many are there?
You can't tell because they're popping up and down.
Yeah,
Seems like a fun game. I don't know.
I'm following.
Do
your
they
lead.
seem angry, like their body expressions, like based on what we've seen so far?
That one seemed like it was trying to communicate with you.
Oh.
I walk back there like I know the kitchen, like I'm supposed to be there kind of concept.
Okay. You kick open the door to the kitchen.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, I kick it open. You got to make sure there's not a server coming out. Like, there's
an
etiquette to
in-out door.
kitchens.
It's not savages. There's an in-out door.
Okay, that I still don't want to kick it. You use your butt and you go in backwards. I turn my shield into a tray.
I like it. All right, you walk back and you see there's only 3 goblins back there, and they are going through all the stuff that's there. They're opening cans, smelling stuff, tossing it across the room. And one of the goblins, the one that actually was shouting at you, and you guys were talking back, and you couldn't understand each other, runs over on all fours to one of the other goblins, hits him in the shoulder, and points to you guys, and goes, and that goblin turns towards you and goes, "Are you help?
We're not help.
Help?
Help.
Help.
Miranda.
Many meal? No.
No meal, yes.
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 Many help.
Many help. I start helping.
All right. Go ahead and give me a just give me a base check. Give me 1d20.
11. Nice in the middle.
All right, that's what I always hate. You kind of start putting some food together, and you're grabbing random stuff, and every now and then, one of them's coming over and swiping something off your tray and being like, "Oh,
I'm looking for the closest thing to meat because I feel like I can give that to FJ, and that's something that he might actually like.
That's great." You grab some meat, and one of them gives you the thumb up. It's like, "Ikataka." They then turn and look at you guys, and like you see they're getting mad at Thistlyn and
Fliminald.
Sorry.
I don't see why it's so hard to remember. Fliminald. Well, he's trying to to pick up the language. That's one of the things he actually was good at when he was at the temple was like languages. So he's paying attention to that.
Okay.
Maybe to the point of not noticing that he's getting nasty looks.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on what Thistlyn does. He's kind of been following her lead in this.
I've just been observing to see if there's any danger.
It looks like they're just trying to get something done here, and the danger I feel like you would pick up is in you not doing whatever it is they want you to do.
Okay, is anyone chopping anything with like a knife or?
Not right now. No, they're literally just tearing through and trying to find stuff and arguing with each other, and then putting some stuff on trays and taking stuff off.
Are they taking any of the trays out at all?
I've left while this is going on, and I'm trying to feed FJ like a frightened dog out in the caves.
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll.
Pretty sure persuasion's a 5.
You still get a 4.
Oh, okay. So 8, and then the 5 is a 13.
You gotta let us know when it's been 10 minutes.
Plus a
'Cause
1d4.
that stops. Yeah.
When you're done
And
this
a
room.
3.
Okay.
So that was 18, if I did my math right? No. 8 and 8 is 16. Sorry.
All right. FJ kind of takes it and he sniffs at it for a moment, and he sticks his tongue out and licks it and brings it back in and does like a, and then grabs it and just starts tearing into it.
I scratch him under the chin a little bit while he's doing it. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And then I leave, and then I go back. I start making my way back anyway.
They could be preparing to cook us.
Or I could have easily just fed him gnome flesh for all I know. Like, that's what my gut is that it probably... Not me as a player, not me as a character. I'm like, that's probably gnome.
I was thinking about going and getting some of the dead bodies and bringing it here, but that's a whole other story. Moving on.
I think at that point, if I see him come back and go back to work, maybe it'll click for me. Like, maybe I should start moving food around.
Okay.
I won't do anything other than like move it around and kind of watch them and kind of see how
they're taking it.
react.
Is there another exit minus the one we came through?
Yes. There's another door to the south here.
All right, I will, while cooking and working, make my way slowly there.
Okay. You make your way down the south door, and as long as you have been keeping up the pretense that you have so far.
Yeah, the tray is like loaded with stuff.
All right, you head down that way?
Yeah, take a look.
All right. This leads into another long tunnel that looks like it goes down about 50 feet.
Okay, I go back up and say, Come. They're slow. You come.
So you talk to the goblins or to
to us.
to your teammates?
I kind of said it to everybody. They're all kind of slow. No, it should have been towards the teammates.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would find a sink and wash my tray off real quick.
Okay.
Seems like the right place to do it, and then put some snacks on it that look like maybe they're actually good for us to eat, and then walk with the tray.
All right. Thistlyn?
I will attempt to try to follow the ruse and also go in that direction. I'm curious, is the tunnel pristine like you said, or is it also some of the...
Yeah, this one seems pristine, like it was carved.
Like it was made?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, you guys head south down through the tunnel carrying your trays, and it ends up into another large chamber. But the center of this one has been destroyed, and there's literally just no ground. There's a giant pit throughout most of this room. There's only the thinnest of ledges going around either side of this pit to reach what there is another tunnel to the west.
This will go well.
Throw a tray down there, see how deep it is.
Not my tray.
Mine's a shield, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Is there a rock? I throw a rock. Is there a rock?
Yeah, you can pick up a rock and throw it down. But before you do that, you do notice by the west door... I'm sorry, there's actually a tunnel to the northwest and to the west. And by the west tunnel, there are 3 goblin archers who pull arrows, start to knock, and then they see your trays and just kind of put their bows back down and start chittering to each other.
I like wave to the goblin archers and I gesture to the ground like with one hand because the other one's holding the tray, and I like shrug my shoulders and I like give them the like I point to the ground, then I point across, and then I put my other arm in the air and I shrug and see if he will.
Okay. The goblin points at the ledges on either side and then starts moving his fingers to indicate walking around on the edges.
And then I point to the tray. Like, I can't do that with the tray.
And the goblin rolls his eyes and starts chittering to one of the other ones. So give me a persuasion roll.
I will kill you with a tray.
I get to roll the 1d4 with that too?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I said after that.
that
round,
ends.
so you're out. You're out. now.
Does Ben's thing still active?
That was my thing.
Oh, okay. Then you had the bardic thing,
You
right?
still
That's
have
also
the
10
bardic
minutes.
inspiration.
Oh, okay. So that just ended too. All right.
We did that like a minute after mine.
True, you might have one. You only get it once.
All right,
so.
you get one roll.
Is that a
All right,
1d6?
all right.
One roll.
1d6. All right, I'll take it. That's what I needed. So that was a 6 and a 6 is 12. Plus my persuasion is another 5. So 17.
All right. The goblin rolls its eyes and starts to walk around on the ledge. And, like, 2 steps in, one of the stones gives, and he just goes,
This sounds like an OSHA problem.
It was not safe.
I point to
Oh, I
Fleming.
don't have to do the rock anymore.
I point to Fleming and then I point him towards the opposite side, and I'm just like, go, giving him the shrug.
I'm behind you, so you're in the way. So I'm just like, what do you? Just go or go? We go back through the kitchen. You decide.
Oh. No, okay, let's go.
all right, give me a dex roll.
It's gonna be bad.
Dex saving throw.
A saving throw? All right. How do I do a saving throw?
You know what? I'll give you athletics or acrobatics, actually.
Ooh,
you're
Well, I got a 19.
All right.
Without anything.
Like a scene out of a Broadway musical where the servers are performing as they hand out their meals. Arkin proceeds down the ledge, doing cartwheels and holding the tray perfectly balanced with nothing falling off, and manages to reach around to the goblin.
I think I had to make one jump where I threw the tray in the air, then get across, and then catch it, and all the food all lands perfectly. A little bit of soup spills.
And you present the tray to the goblins, or do you?
I do now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The goblins start clamoring, and the 2 goblins that are left are like tearing at the food and eating.
And they had bows and arrows, right? And I remember that they drew them on me, so I pushed them both into the pit.
All right, give me.
Like, I fed them their food, I walked behind them, and then I just
Yeah.
shoved them.
Give me a strength saving throw, and I'm sorry, give me a flat athletics roll, and then give me another one, but at disadvantage on the second.
That doesn't matter with either one of them. Athletics?
Yeah.
The first one. Oh, Jesus. I got a 21 on the first one.
All right.
And you said no bonus in the second one, not
I said
athletics?
no. This is at disadvantage.
Okay, so this one's so 7 or... Oh, there's another 19. So the 7 plus athletics, so that would have been a 10.
Okay. Yep. Nope. You managed to still push both of them into the pit, and you just hear. "Ah."
I do pull the soup bowl back from the 1.
As his last-ditch effort, he reaches up, but is unable to grab the bowl as he plummets down, and you see him clench his fist and shake.
Based on the sound, are we able to calculate approximately how deep this is?
Roll intelligence.
Well,
20.
I think she wrote
20?
the book on,
Yeah.
on
Natural?
Plus
Natural.
Natural 20.
All right.
So 23.
You fully calculate the 317.5 feet down that this tunnel falls. And from the way the sound actually rattled between different goblins, you know the bottom isn't even. It must be echoing from a series of different boulders that are down there. And you did hear from one distinct squish-like sound that someone must be pretty ragged. And one of the goblins probably got impaled.
What kind of rocks?
Stalagmites.
Oh, okay.
Igneous.
Yeah, that's a shape.
I knew it halfway through, but then I was like, well, gotta go with it.
Wow,
You didn't let me finish. I was saying stalagmites made
Oh, you're right.
from
I'm sorry.
granite.
My apologies.
Because stalagmites are made from granite
It's a
and
pretty-
definitely not dripping water.
Yeah,
Moving on.
It's also a pretty bold question to ask the guy that still has to cross the pit. So
Yeah,
I don't have to do shit, sir.
roll with triple disadvantage.
I'm going home.
you die on the way home of dissidence. Dysentery.
Incidents.
Dissidence now.
The rebellion in my heart has finally killed me.
The heart versus the liver finally had it out.
I think I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard.
I think I'm just sitting there eating bread, just tithing.
Was the bread your bread or bread from the kitchen?
It was bread I had on the tray that I thought looked like it was good bread.
All right, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
All right, fair enough. I think I'm good at Constitution. Let me see.
You gotta be good at something.
Yeah,
Well, you were good at squishing the goblin. You did good with that spell.
When I hit people.
Although my character was very upset at you for doing that because you murdered them as their backs were turned.
Well, then you should tell me about it.
I did. I called you a murderer.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was just because I murdered. I didn't realize because you were upset about it.
I thought it was a statement of fact.
Because I did. It's a 14 on the Constitution.
All right, you managed to fight down the urge to vomit, but realized you probably shouldn't be eating this.
Okay.
Second bite.
Toss the food off the tray and start working.
Don't
my
let your
way.
body win. Teach your body a lesson.
It's not quite how this character works.
But it's going to have more dissonance if you don't.
Least resistance, more dissonance, yeah, and dysentery. And,
All the disses.
yeah. He's gonna start working his way around. He's going to use the bardic inspiration that he's been holding on to. He's going to start
Try anything else?
tumble and fall and go, "Oh, please, Baranar, not like this."
Yeah,
You can survive 517
like
feet,
this.
right?
And he's gonna cast
Oh, it's
guidance
300.
on himself.
I mean, not really how that works, but I'll allow it.
No, okay, I don't know. I've never
I'll
played
allow
a
it, I'll allow
cleric. It's an action.
It's an action, so technically you need to do it before you fall, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
as I'm falling
Right,
and,
I'll allow it.
teetering and trying not to lose my
So
tray.
his action was casting the spell. His reaction
Jesus
was falling.
All right, with all of that bullshit, I managed to get a 10.
It's a 10 with all that.
Yep.
A 10
Wow,
is,
you were really trying, weren't you?
a 10 is
Or actually, is it a dexterity thing?
Yeah.
I shouldn't ask this question. This could be a mistake. Can it be?
Can it be?
Can it be?
No, it's a 10. It's a 10.
Okay.
Because it's going to be worse.
You can use acrobatics or athletics if that.
I don't know if that actually helps. I was just trying to be silly.
You succeeded.
No, it doesn't help.
Do you have animal handling? That might help.
Nope.
No, okay.
Sorry.
We tried.
I've got persuasion. No.
On the DM?
It's a 10. It's a 10.
10 is enough to do it anyway, so you
Okay.
managed to make it around.
So what was all the scare tactics for?
Fine.
Fun.
Fair enough.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah, okay.
Thistlyn?
So it's a question of risk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my dex is pretty good, but I also am thinking I could probably like tie a rope to an arrow and like, have them hold on to it so I don't die. Is that conceivable? Like, could I?
You 100% could do it, but at the end of the day, then they have to roll strength to hold on to it. So you are trading one roll for another roll.
I want you to do it just so that Fleming looks at you and goes, "Oh, seriously?"
Because I don't have any backup plans if I fall.
I had no
so-
backup plan. It was to
Okay,
die.
fine. All right, here we go.
Backup plan is a backup character.
All right.
You find the character in the pit.
Good.
Climbing out.
Oh, okay, 20.
I think
20?
all of our
All right.
backup.
Not natural.
Yeah, you make it around without any issue at all. And you actually manage to outdo Arkin's flips. You do the exact routine he did, but add a backflip at the end.
Oh, there you
I
go.
give you a clap.
Nice. I was gonna say maybe after all of this we can come up with some sort of a synchronized routine
Oh, yeah.
and include the gong.
Well, I mean, that's a given. That's the whole highlight of the performance.
This is all building to a hit. I can feel it.
Did she jump over Fleming while he was trying to make it across?
No, 100%, but it wasn't an added step. It just worked out that
There we
way.
go.
That it was during a normal jump, like, split in the air that. So you reach the western path. And do you guys head down the tunnel?
I mean, the option is to go backwards, so I'm going to say.
Yeah.
All right, you head down the tunnel, and in the distance you see yet another large clearing. And in this one, you see 3 goblins again, standing in the center of this room. But they aren't acting like the other goblins did. These are not like hunkered down, looking, like, acting wild. These 3 are standing tall and proud. They are wearing plate mail armor. They have large spears in hand and large shields in the other. They're wearing helmets, and they look like, for all intents and purposes, they are on true guard duty. And they look in your direction as you come down the tunnel. I had the computer equals not okay, which is always my favorite. I had like one of the first laptops that like just kept getting handed down, and I was in college at the time. It was just a really old laptop. It wasn't like, oh, it was one of the first. Like, it was just this old crap thing. And I went to turn it on one time. I kid you not, the computer had been dying, and we knew it. And I hit power, and it turned on. And thank God my friend who was in IT was standing there, because nobody like would have believed me in college otherwise. But it had a line drawing of a computer, an equal sign with a slash through it, and then the okay. And he was like, the most mind-boggling thing is that's not that. Someone had to program that into the computer to do that, which would have been easier to just have it say, computer is not okay. But no, they took the extra steps.
That's good.
That's hysterical.